Hello everyone, welcome back to Populous for the beginning. And in this part, we are going to be challenging level 7 Unseen Enemy. This is a lot less intensive than the previous level, where we had to face up against 2 tribes at once, but instead just facing up against just the one, the Chumera. And starting this fairly bleak landscape, let's have a little look at where we are. So, we're on the end of a very long kind of tail, but further on, we've got ourselves a large area in which we can construct our settlement. Filled to the brim with wildmen, but a lot less than last time. In the middle, there is an island with a stone head, and then another large landmass on the other side of the water, containing the Vault of Knowledge for the spell Invisibility. It's something that we're going to slightly dabble in, but something I'll probably be able to explain a little bit more in the next level. And then on the other side is the Chumera reincarnation site. So a very symmetrical world, and we'll be picking out where to find our settlement. So we're going to move everyone over to the middle, and I accidentally clicked on right click there for some reason. Try that again. I'm going to build a guard tower there. And whilst the Braves are doing that, we're going to get converted. There's quite a nice patch there. We'll be able to get quite a few wildmen, especially one that just wander in. You also got to be aware of the time displacement from when you cast it. Because sometimes the wildmen will just stand there and just let themselves be converted, others will just wander around and do random stuff. We should be able to convert most of those guys. But those ones on the outside just weren't close enough. They've got a small pool here full of various followers. Wildmen, so that should be a nice location. And now that the guard tower is completed, we're going to pop down some huts. We're not going to be building too much in this level. We've only got one tribe to face up against, and they're not going to be doing too much either. So, we're going to start sending them to build. And of course they're going to be doing it themselves. We'll divide up all our braves nice and equally. And yes, wasting mana. Seems I've used up all my uses of convert. Charged it all up, so now we're going to start charging some blast. We've got 5 whole spells. Now if we finish up level 6, it'll only keep increasing more and more. So there don't really seem to be many wildmen around. Not too many. So let's see what the Chimera are up to. They're kind of got the same idea, just converted, and then guard tower and settlement. But they seem to have a bit more wildmen converted to braves than we have, but that's usually the case. If I'm lucky, no, of course not. That's not how it goes, obviously. Another thing I'm going to be doing in this level as well is I'm going to try and wait for the enemy in order to do the level how it normally would do, but again they take their time, so I start moving quickly. Oh, no, he wanders out just too late. Ah well. As I said, since we've got unlimited use of convert now, it doesn't really matter whether or not we actually miss or not, but it's generally a good idea to get as many as possible. So now that we're done with building huts, we might as well get some training huts going, build up our forces, and since I'm charging up land bridge, we should be able to get to the stonehead in the middle land fairly easily. And I'm guessing they headed back to the reincarnation site after they were converted. But oh well. They're going to be building more huts than us, but it isn't really going to make a huge amount of difference. They've got a fairly concentrated settlement, whereas ours is a bit more spread out because, why the hell not? Then we got ourselves one use of Lambridge. Now we can reach the Stonehead in the middle. It's going to require 5 followers, not to credit. And the reward is going to be rather helpful indeed. So we don't need another use of Lambridge for a little while, so we might as well start charging up lightning. And when one of the training huts is finished building, then we'll send those braves in order to prepare the Stonehead. Because the spell that will look like we're going to be getting is one we haven't seen before. So we're just waiting for that. We might as well just have a nice little listen to the calming music. So lovely. I do really like the music in this game. It is a bit samey, very true, and this is like pretty much the only track, but honestly, you never get bored of it. Ah well. Now that we're done with that, and once that brave goes off, because there wasn't too much wood around. They're going pretty far enough to grab their wood. Unintentional line, sure. We've got a couple uses of lightning, but one thing to be wary of when praying at Stonehead, as we will soon see, because I'm looking at that shaman. Nope, she's off somewhere, I think. Okay. Yeah, there's a kind of interesting thing is that when they're planning on doing things, usually they'll go to like a certain spot, usually like the main guard tower there, inside and all of that. And then once there and they've collected any forces that they need, they'll then head back to that location. They'll all gather up in that location and then go and attack your tribe, pretty much. We're going to see that a lot more as the levels go on. But yeah, she will cast lightning on your followers, but we can easily avoid that. And since we've got enough followers inside, we seem to be doing alright for mana. We don't really have too many spells anyway. But we'll be able to get a few more. Just keep on praying at those vaults of knowledge, get more spells. Although, admittedly, invisibility isn't really usually useful. But we've seen plenty of spells as the levels go on, but we can get in future. And we get ourselves the spell of Erode. Now, Erode does pretty much the opposite of Lambridge. It just sinks enemies into the ground. Sinks things and makes mountains smaller, makes oceans wider. So it's a very useful spell for destruction. You're not going to be using that in order to help your tribe flourish, because you're going to be getting rid of any land that you can use. Just rather annoying. The Road is a fairly good offensive spell, and we're going to be using it a couple of times. There is a specific reason why they give you a road in this level, but that's only if you really, really want to take your time. And yeah, I was thinking, where's the shaman? Why is she over there? I've never seen her over there. I don't know why she's over there. I think maybe she went to go and convert some wildmen, and then at the same time, her AI went, wait, I need to cast lightning on those guys, and they kind of like glitched up a bit, and just, yeah, this game's a bit weird, as I've already mentioned. Oh well. In any case, kind of got a little bit bored for waiting for the Chumera to actually start attacking us, so I feel once we probably train our forces, we'll probably be ready to attack the Chumera. Because they do have the invisibility spell, and they would show it off, but unfortunately the Chumera Shaman is just a little bit busy for now. So I decided to turn on the Swarm spell for no apparent reason. Whilst we were training up some guys, don't really know what that was. But what I should really be doing is charging up Lambridge. And I'm not, so that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Now we're going to be doing what I'm going to be doing most levels, is after the huts are pretty much full, I'm going to be sending most of the Braves to the training huts and just having them train, really. There's no real reason for keeping Braves in large huts anymore unless you want to charge up some spells, but we don't really need to charge anything up aside from Landbridge, you know, me, whatever. So that's basically it. I'm going to keep very few Braves in large huts because I just need forces, pretty much. I'm just going to get ready to attack the Chumera. So they seem to be doing relatively alright, but honestly, they're just taking their time with attacking me. They should have done so a long time ago. Shem's still not doing anything. I don't know why she's over there. But at least I get all the good quirky things on camera. Very interesting. Regardless, we shouldn't need that many forces in order to take down the Chumera. I think this is enough. I mean, probably like overstating things a bit because they probably have maybe like 5, 6, 7 of each class, and they don't really have much at all. But yeah, they're just not really attacking. They're just chilling, you know, like I'm doing. And it's when they start doing this, when they start constructing guard towers at the end, which they should have done a long time ago. I don't really know what it is. I'm guessing the time kind of things are a bit wrong, or maybe I'm just doing levels much too quickly. Is that when I'm playing normally, I just don't realise that I'm doing these things really quickly, so that I think, oh, they should be constructing towers around about 5 minutes in, when it's actually meant to be 15 minutes in, because I just take too long. But whatever. So I guess I'm not used to playing too quickly in this game, which isn't too bad. Now, charging Swarm. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going about to attack, but I can't attack. I don't have Landbridge, so I need Landbridge. So, anytime me. Even though I think that I'm doing fairly well, I'm still doing rather dumb things. I guess I get one useless Swarm out of it. It's like, oh yeah, I probably should be charging it. But, yeah, just making sure that I'm pretty much ready to attack them. But, it's now when things start getting a bit interesting, because there's a little few creatures starting to converge around that guard tower in the distance. And that is indication that whenever you're being attacked, when the shaman has cast the invisibility spell. Now, normally she would go with those creatures in order to cast Landbridge in order to connect the two islands so that they can actually attack. But she's distracted by the fact that we're there and she can attack us with lightning. So I'm guessing that one script overwrites another one so that she then goes back to her normal things. She's now out of the loop of staying by the seaside for some reason. And those creatures should actually be attacking us because the shaman should have cast the Landbridge, but since she hasn't, they can't attack us, so yeah, as you can probably guess, invisibility makes followers invisible. That's pretty much all they do. It's something I might use it in a future level. I don't actually know myself. I might just completely forget about it. It's something that I charge at the very last spell. But whatever, it is time for us to start attacking the Chumera base, and I just want to make sure that everything falls away. And that is what a road does. It basically, you can probably guess what it actually does. But I was very lucky in that instance, and I actually destroyed both the hut and the guard tower, because guard tower is a little bit tricky to hit with a road. We have cast it near a body of water to extend that body of water so that they actually sink down. Cast it on a large hill in order to completely, remove it, and any buildings that are underneath on that hill, and have them destroyed. Because if a building is on an uneven terrain, then it will sink. It will explode. We'll probably see this in a bit. But yeah, that's both the uses of the road. Got a couple of huts for us. Pretty useful. Doesn't have too much of a huge effect as I'd like, but well, it's a fairly useful spell. And I don't know why they did that. I don't know why all the raves converged on that location. I'm kind of annoyed that all my preachers got pretty stopped by all of those guys, because they don't have it so that one preacher just stays there and just converts them. It's like all the preachers convert like a small amount of them. It's kind of annoying that there's not any specifics. There's also something that's kind of weird in that when the enemy receives orders, they kind of pray for a few seconds and then go over and do something. But when they're being converted, they break out of the conversion when they start praying. So that's a really cheap tactic. But at the same time, their preachers also do the same thing. So if they're converting the guys and they then pray, that's interrupting them, and they'll usually get attacked. So that's kind of a stupid thing, but whatever. Can't do anything about that. And since they're pretty much destroyed, I might as well pray for Bowl of Knowledge. I think I used invisibility once, just as a kind of, hey, this is what it looks like, but that's really about it. We're just waiting for all of them guys to be converted, and again, they go, oh yes, I will follow your orders, Mr. Shaman. And honestly, Shaman hasn't really appeared in quite a while. I wonder where she is. But, anyway, we get invisibility. I figure that, you know, I might as well be rather classy and have invisible warriors take the shaman down. But yeah, pretty much it just makes them invisible. During that period, they will do any kind of duties that you assign them, and they will do only that. And once they do that, they will no longer become visible. If you send them to attack an enemy or a building, they'll just head straight for that and they won't get distracted. Invisible creatures also will not stop and just preach any random person that they see. It's kind of useful, but it's very rarely necessary, honestly. So, there we go. That is level 7 Unseen Enemy, and we're going to be heading towards level 8. It's right in front of me. Continental Divide. See you guys.